Hello, good evening, everyone. John Henry Soto here. Welcome to From Ghetto to Mellow and Back. This is the show that I do sort of to talk a little bit about not only what's happening in my life and other people's lives and what's happening around the world. It's just my 2 cents, as well as some uplifting observations, as you can see there. And as always, some humor, because I am a humorous, silly guy. And this is me. So I just want to thank everybody who supported whatever it is that I do. I haven't figured it out yet, but want to actually just thank you all for that. And also for the fact that I am allowed this platform that allows me to communicate and to express myself. And I think we all have that luxury, which is really nice, a nice thing to have. And I certainly do not take this for granted. I don't know how long any of this is going to last, to be honest. The internet, the whole anything, you just don't know how long it's going to last. Hello to my niece. How are you? I know you're ready to give birth any second. So God bless you and the family over there. And keep us posted. Keep us posted. Baby coming. So anyway, I don't know how long this is all going to last as far as this platform, these different platforms. And I think it's kind of like one of those things where I don't care if it goes away. I'm taking advantage of it now. I'm enjoying myself. I don't take it for granted. I enjoy being able to communicate with people and to bringing these wonderful guests that I've been interviewing on JHS interviews. I've done about 40 shows now, and it's been a wonderful experience. So enriching. I'm enriched. Yeah, enriched. By doing these shows, I just learned so much, in my life just has just been better because of it, because of all these people that I've met, and they've given me the opportunity to interview them on this show and on the JHS interview show, and it's been a great experience for me. So from Ghetto to Mellow and Back is sort of a show that I kind of came up with because I have a lot of stories that I grew up in South Bronx, and just growing up in that environment and being able to experience life after that, and using those tools or using those experiences as tools, basically, to kind of manage life and to kind of deal with other things and stuff. It's for me, it's been a very enrichedness. That's right. And this is you got that right. Thank you so much, Carolyn. Oh, I know it's you. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. And my niece says, yes, 3 more weeks. Thanks. Loving what you have been doing with these shows. Super proud of you. Thank you, my niece. I love you very much. I appreciate that so much. You have no idea. I was just thinking about it as I went out. I was going to go on. Sometimes I do these shows and I'll have like a guest on, and I'll have a great guest on. My YouTube channel is I just started really getting on YouTube. I've always used YouTube as a storage facility. I store things there, films and videos and other things that I've done. I just kind of store it there, and then I could send people the link. My reel is there, some of my films, and but I haven't really used it properly. I haven't really figured out how to use it, really, to be honest. And lately, I've taken some classes, and I've been figuring things out and learning how to do all the basically you got to pay, obviously, which is not a problem. I don't care, but I want to make sure that I know what I'm doing. So um the channel doesn't get a lot of views, but if you go to the back office and you look at how many people have actually come by, it's getting a lot of views, it's getting a lot of attention. My numbers are through the roof, like 600% and stuff. So people are watching it, they're just not interacting with the YouTube channel. They're not liking it, they're not sharing it, some people are subscribing. I've gotten quite a few subscriptions since I started this. But it's an interesting thing. So what I was thinking about was, like, sometimes I come on here and I bare my soul, and I'm out here trying to entertain and trying to create some type of dialogue. My tongue is working weird today. Some type of dialogue. And I think that, and then at the end of the show, I think to myself, man, like, nobody came on, like, nobody, not one person, and But then I think, okay, that's not the reason I'm doing this. I have to continue, and I have to keep the momentum going, be consistent, be persistent, and don't give up, and just keep moving forward. This is what I've always been doing. I've been doing this for most of my life. No matter what obstacles get put in front of me, I just try to figure out a way to either go through it, or go around it, go under it, whatever I got to do to keep going. And this is just another example of that. And from Ghetto to Mellow and back was sort of like um, sense of freedom where I can come on here and communicate to an audience. Anyone that wants to listen to me, I have some people already listening, and I appreciate you very much. And also to just bring certain topics to the table and to have an open dialogue with an audience, and to hear what people want to say. If anybody wants to come live, they can always say, "Hey, bring me live," and I'll send you an invite, and you come live, and we'll have a conversation here live on the show as well. But it's been very, very gratifying for me, and bringing these guests out there. Some of them are just incredible, incredible people, and I mean, they're all incredible people. But some of them, like I knew them, but I just really didn't know them. So that's my little spiel to open up the show. I just want to say thank you so much to everybody that's given me the opportunity to come into their space. And with so much distractions and crap out there, it's very easy for someone to not be paid attention to. So I understand there's a lot better things to do than sit and listen to a little Puerto Rican talk about crap. But sometimes I'm funny, and sometimes I'm saying things that I think make people think. And as long as this platform is out there, I'm going to continue, and I will. Even if this goes away, I will continue, because I did this. I was talking like this before there was internet. You know what I mean? Get a little bit of my green screen is acting up. So even before that, I was a musician, playing and having conversations with a lot of people. And obviously, this is a much different platform where I can reach more people. But if this goes all the way tomorrow, I take my guitar off the wall, and I'll go to the corner, and I'll just start playing songs and singing Kumbaya, and I'll meet people that way. You know what I mean? And I'll try to help as many people as I can. That's really my main focal point, is try to help businesses and celebrities and artists, and just the whole spectrum of different industries, to bring them up to light, and to have an open conversation, to ask them questions that maybe not a lot of people. I don't want to ask boring questions like, so I mean, sometimes I do ask, like, so where are you from? Where are you originally from? Oh, that's fascinating. How was life there? No, I want to talk about their art. I want to talk about how they dive in. I want to talk about the complexities of their art, and what they go through on a daily basis, trying to continue creating. And I think that to me is interesting, and it seems to be interesting to a lot of people as well. So, yes, we'll always have my support. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. To my niece, muchas gracias. All right, so let's talk a little bit here. Let's talk about what I started here. I started this in I don't even really know. I think I started it in March. I want to say March. I did all of April. I did April, May, June. Guess, did I do that many shows? Maybe it wasn't. I'm trying to figure out when. I'll figure that out. But anyway, I started this idea, and I said to myself, well, we're all quarantined. What can I do while I'm here? And I figured, well, let me go reach out to some people that I know. I know a lot of people, right? So I was like, I went to my phone, and I started texting. This is what started the whole thing. I started texting just a lot of people, just finding out how they were doing because of the whole COVID situation. I just was checking up on my friends. I already checked up on my family. So now let me just check up on some acquaintances, friends. And I started sending out messages. And I was like, hey, how you doing? How's everything? And came back. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Everything's okay. Da, da, da. And I kept doing, actually, I didn't realize that you can only send out 200 texts a day, actually. So I sent out, I guess, 200 texts, because they send me a thing saying, you can't send more than 200 texts, puto. And I was like, oh, shit. All right. So, sorry. But anyway, I sent out 200 texts, and the next day I sent out another like 50 something. And I started getting back this wonderful energy from so many people saying how grateful they were that I reached out to them. And I wasn't I was just thinking, I was going through my phone and be like, oh yeah, I wonder how she's doing. Oh yeah, I wonder how he's doing, and just that's kind of was my approach. And then I thought to myself, I would like to have a conversation with some of these people, a little bit more. So I started calling people and having conversations with them. And then I thought I would have these great conversations. And I was thinking, wow, this would be great, like on a podcast, right? I was thinking podcasts at first. And then so I did a podcast, and I do have a podcast called From Ghetto to Mellow and Back, which I shoot. I don't do enough of them, but I do actually. There's a lot of stuff on there. And again, if you go to my website, johnhenrysoto.com, you can scroll there, and my whole life is on that page. So I said a podcast, and then I thought, maybe because everybody's on Zoom right now, maybe I could do a Zoom conversation. So if you look at some of the first shows that I did on JHS interviews, you'll see, I just had the gray curtain behind me. I had these big headphones on, um, and I was just kind of trying to figure it out. Connection wasn't that strong either. So what I did was I said, let me step this up a notch. And, I got my green screen out, created these little backdrops for the shows and for marketing the show. I also bought a mic. I bought this fancy mic. Fancy. It's heavy as hell. It's like a freaking tank. But I bought a nice mic, and I also upgraded my Wi-Fi to the fastest that we can get it in this network, so it's super fast now, and the connection is great. I also switched from Zoom to StreamYard because one of my guests that I interviewed, actually, which was Carlise Burke, who's a fantastic guest. I'm hoping she comes back again. She told me about this thing called StreamYard that they were using. She's in the industry, in the film industry. She's an actress, a very well-known actress, and she sent me this thing, StreamYard. So I was like, all right. So I tried it out. I went onto it and I loved it. So I immediately, canceled. I had a Zoom subscription, whatever I was paying, $50 a month. So I changed it to StreamYard, and StreamYard was about the same price, but it had much nicer features. Like, for instance, I can do that. I can do, hey, thank you very much. Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you. I can do this. I also have some cool stuff that I can pop up. This was my old neighborhood, Simpson Street. Right there is the building I grew up in, right there on the side there. That big building on the right of the page where I grew up, 1058 Southern Boulevard. So I can flash. This is the show I did Friday nights about Bayonne. And, oh, wait, I kept this down here. Oops. Sorry. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do on this. There's my Tuesday show that I do with Break Time. So I joined this page, right? And that actually turned out to be pretty amazing experience because what happened, Anna? Oh my gosh, well, did you see the building? Was 1058 Southern Boulevard? Are you old enough to remember 1058 Southern Boulevard? Yeah, I guess you are, right? Jeez, I mean, it seems like such another lifetime, but so I switched over to StreamYard, and it was really good. I mean, it was really a great system. Also, it doesn't use the Wi-Fi from your server. It actually uses the company's servers. It doesn't use your own, so the connections are much stronger. And they just upgraded it. You can only have 6 people on the page, but they just upgraded it to 10. So I think that's really good. And that's a lot of people. I think 10 people is a good amount to have on one page at one time. I know some of these people have like 30. I'm go crazy. So I did that, and then I started just reaching out to people that wanted to be on. Some of my closest friends that I asked, would you mind being on this thing? And a lot of them early on said yes. Casey McDougal and my cousin George, and just a lot of people. Just remembered that. Let's see what is it. The pictures. I'm 31. Wait, you're 31? You're not 31. How can you be 31? Grandma always brought me by the building and tell me stories when I go to Analitas. Oh my God, 31. How old am I? Jesus Christ, I should be in I should be in a nursing home. 31. I mean, not that you're old. but it's just amazing to me. I just remember when you were born. So okay, that's amazing. I honestly I thought you were like 20. I don't know. This is how I'm. And we're funny because we talk a lot. I see you a lot, but it's just I just had no idea. So yeah, so you would remember that walking by there. Yes, 31. No, you're not. You're definitely not old. I mean, I remember 31. I wasn't even married at 31. I had no kids at 31. At 31, I was still, you know, having some fun. No, sorry. No, at 31, where was I? At 31, I think I met Pamela when I was 31 because I got married at 33. Yeah, I was 33 when I got married, and I met Pamela when I was 31. So wild, wild stuff. So yeah. So anyway, that kind of started the process of this whole show, and all my guests early on, they were just very gracious, came on and stuff. And once I had a few shows under my belt where I kind of was figuring things out and felt a little bit more comfortable, I started asking more people, and I would just literally just send out a lot of messages, and whoever came in, I would tell them, okay, I got these dates available, and I would write them down. And very few people turned me down. A few people said they weren't interested, or they, because of the whole COVID thing, I think they were not really in a right frame of mind to talk about things. I think also early on, I think I phrased things a little bit wrong. I kind of phrased it about how life is going to be after COVID, and I don't know. I think it was something that just people just did not identify with. So it's a little bit crazy, 31, married, been with him for 12 years, and going on baby 4. That's amazing. I mean, I knew the baby 4. 12 years I didn't know, but that's fantastic. Well, good for you. Congratulations. I'm very proud of my nieces and my nephews, and all of you. It's been to look back and where me, Angie, Frankie, Francis, my brother, my sisters grew up, and that environment that we were in, and the struggles that we went through early on, and the things that we saw, the things that we witnessed, like the really horrible things that we definitely don't want our kids to experience those things. Was really an amazing achievement for us to be able to get out, have kids. Francis, gave, has beautiful kids, and Anna is one of them, and Anna's really just done really well. And she's also a makeup professional, and she has a makeup channel on YouTube, which has been doing really well. Anna, put your YouTube channel there so I can show it up on the screen when you get a chance. And in the meantime, I'm going to talk a little bit about my July show, because the shows are awesome. I got some great guests coming on, and I'm going to talk about them right now. Anna says, I would love to be on your show, and you can do, yeah, I would. That's a great idea. You know what? It's a great idea. I don't even know why you're not even on it now. But again, I sent out so many messages, and some people came back late, and I couldn't put them in, and I felt like, yikes, I felt pretty bad and stuff. So your YouTube channel name is Ana Macias. Check out Ana Macias, everyone. I'll put that also in the description below on my YouTube channel if anybody's interested in checking out her makeup tutorials, and she does a wonderful job. She's also very entertaining. She is definitely blood related because she's weird like me. Most of us are weird, and we're very proud of that. So check her out there on YouTube. All right, so let's get started here. Today is July 1st, so today is me. And on the first of every month, I usually do a show talking about the month coming up. I'll do one of these shows, from Ghetto to Mellow and back. From Ghetto to Mellow and back. Yeah, we are weird but funny. That's true. That's true. We all are weird but funny. I remember Anna being probably one of the funniest of the nieces growing up, and I remember her saying things, really just funny things, and my other nieces looking at her and just cracking up laughing, like she was the clown of the group. And I remember thinking, yeah, she's definitely one of us. All right, so let's go on to tomorrow's guest. Tomorrow's Thursday. Tomorrow's guest is my good friend Sam Platiski. Yeah, Platiski. I don't know why I said, but he's gonna be on the show tomorrow. And Sam, I've met Sam. He actually is the owner, founder of Narrow Bridge Films, which is located right here in Bayonne, New Jersey. And he's done some amazing work, some great films, a lot of festivals, a lot of awards. They took a lot of awards at the Golden Door Film Festival in Jersey City. And just a lot of great work, and a great group of guys too and girls that get together and really create some really great projects. So he's actually the owner of that. He's going to be in tomorrow night, 9:30 live, and we're going to talk about the film industry. We'll talk about film festivals and a lot of other stuff. He's also was in one of my films called Listen Charlie. He was the star of that film, which I've currently editing. I'm editing it slowly because I don't know how to edit. So if any editors are out there and you want to edit a film, I could use some help. But I'm learning, but it's just taking me a little bit of time because I have like, I'm just not a good editor. Not that I'm not good. I know what I'm looking for, but it's the technical part. I just freaking suck. So I got to work on that. But anyway, Sam's gonna be on tomorrow. We're gonna talk about all about film and stuff. Then because it's the 3rd and the 4th, Friday, I had another one of these shows booked. I don't know why I did that, but I had another from Ghetto to Mellow in there. So I don't think I'm going to do that. But I think because it's 4th of July, I'm not going to do a show until the 6th, which is Monday. So we'll take those days off. I might come live and do something. I'm not really sure yet, but I don't know. I don't have anything scheduled on those days. Most people are kind of like getting ready for the weekend. There's probably going to be a long weekend, as people say. And, we'll see what happens. But on Monday, I have Melissa Curry White, and she is a model and content creator. I met her through one of my guests from last month, which was Joy Villa. Joy Villa is a #1 Billboard artist. She's sold, she was #1 on all these platforms, on all these things for a couple of songs, and she's really fantastic. She's also a model. She's also an actress, a writer. She's writing her book right now. And so I met her through this other app called Bigo, which I just recently got on to this app. It's a live streaming app, which I'm working with them, with the actual app themselves, with those people to get on a bigger platform, to actually become a host on that platform. And so I met her because she was on that app. So she introduced me to Curry. It's actually her name is Melissa Curry White, but they call her Curry Spice on the app and stuff. So I call her Curry Spice because I just think that's cooler. So she's gonna be on the show, and she's really a great character. She's very dramatic looking. She's beautiful. All this hair, just tall, gorgeous. She's kind of a lot like, actually, Joy Villa and her kind of say they're kind of like sisters that were sort of separated at birth or something. And because they do kind of have that similar, very dramatic, beautiful look. So she's going to be on the show on Monday. On Tuesdays, I do my normal Tuesday Music Makers. Now, we're changing it up a little bit. We've been doing different types of programs depending on different bands, different albums that we like and stuff like that. We're going to be changing it up, and we're going to be having guests come on. And a lot of these guests are going to be obviously musicians. That's one of the prerequisites of being on Music Makers. And they're going to talk to us about, their industry and stuff. So I have some guests set up. I don't know exactly what Music Makers, but it's every Tuesday night. And when we do have a guest confirmed and booked, I will actually announce it that they're going to be on that night. And that's going to be really exciting. As of right now, what we're doing is we're doing music from decades. So we just did the 20s. This next Tuesday, we're going to do the 30s, and we're going to go 40s. And then if we get a guest in, we'll have the guest come in. Then we'll break it up and maybe do the other show, the 40s, on the next week when there's no guest. And we'll just keep doing that. So it's a lot of fun. Break Time, the band, they're a bunch of great guys. They're super supportive. They're just very positive. They're great musicians and just a great bunch of guys. So we get on here, all 5 of us, and we just talk about music. So you got anybody's interested in music, you you can come on with live with us and we could just talk about music. If you're interested, just let us know. If you know a lot about music from the 30s and the 40s, because that's our next stuff coming up, come on down and join us on Wednesday, on the 8th of Wednesday. I'm really excited. This is a guy who has been on America's Got Talent. He actually won a bunch of times there. He's been in numerous TV shows. His name is Jim Meskimen. He is a master impressionist as well. He does. He actually was on America's Got Talent. He did a lot of impressions for people like Howard Stern. I think was on there, and I can't remember the other girl's name, but he was on that show. And he did really well, and he's just one of the funniest guys. His YouTube videos have gone viral. Like some of them has like millions and millions of views. And he's just one of those dudes that's extremely talented. I'm actually going to since I'm on here, what I'll do, I'll actually share their page because I can do that if I want to, and that's what I want to do. Let me close up a couple of things here. Hope everybody's doing well out there, getting ready for 4th of July coming up. All right, so this is Jim Meskimen's page. I'm gonna actually go into some of his acting page, and then let me share this sucker. So it's another feature that I really like with this. So you can share different elements of your page, and I kind of like doing that. So all right, so this is Jim Meskimen's page, and as you can see, some of the this is his reel. Actually, I'm not going to play his reel, but maybe his bio is on his bio. He had some of the jobs that he done did. So okay. Well, anyway, it says as a professional actor for nearly 30 years, he has appeared in films Apollo 13, The Grinch, Frost Nixon, The Punisher, Not Forgotten, There Will Be Blood, and many others. Some of Jim's TV credits are Friends, Whose Line Is It Anyway, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Castle, Lie to Me, and Rules of Engagement. So he's been very active, and he's still extremely active, doing a ton of work. Very exciting to have him on. So he's going to be coming on July 8th, 9:30 live. And I believe down here, this is actually one of the videos that has gone viral. These are some of his acting credits. You can see Parks and Recreation. He was on. He's a voiceover actor, so he does a lot of cartoons. He's a lot of these animated shorts. Some commercials here, Call of Duty, Castle, and this was when he was on America's Got Talent right there. So pretty cool stuff. So he's going to be on the 8th. That's next week on the 8th of July, 9:30. So let me stop that. Thank you very much. Nice. Would love to catch that show on Monday. Yeah, come down, come through, and ask Melissa some questions too, because she's very actually a lot of all the guests. I haven't had any guests on my show that hasn't been open to giving information, to helping other people out. That's really another benefit of not a benefit. That's really another purpose that I have of doing these shows, was to be able to give a platform to these artists that would want to help other artists, and artists that are out there right now going through this pandemic and this whole situation, watching a show that maybe they'll get motivated and get some information that they possibly needed to hear, some motivating words, so that's always cool. All right, so let's move on here because I'm taking too long. On July 9th is actually el cumpleaños de Juan Enrique Soto. It's my birthday. John Henry Soto's birthday. And like Anna, I'll be 31. No, I will not be 31. I will be actually 52 years old. I don't feel it. I still literally, my mental capacity didn't go up from like 12 years old. So I don't mean capacity. I guess that's the wrong thing. My maturity, I should say. All right. So on July 9th, I'm going to do a special thing. and I'm going to actually be inviting people to come to sort of like a birthday party that I'm throwing, and I'm really excited about it. I want to actually invite a lot of people to just come through and to say, happy birthday. And I mean, obviously, nobody has to sing anything, but I really want to spend some time with people. I am going to have some people live with me, and we're just going to talk. I made this flyer here so you guys can see. And that says up there 2020 is the greatest year ever. A little sarcasm there, but it's still going to be a great year. I feel it. So come spend some time with me on my birthday, July 9th, and it's at 9 p.m. I changed the time from 9:30 to 9 p.m. Simply because I thought a little bit earlier because I don't want to be on all night, but I will be on for a little bit and just talk about life, and hopefully people will come on and ask questions and have a really nice open conversation. So that is going to be on July 9th. So on the 10th, I'm doing another homeschooling event, which is really cool. We did homeschooling for quite a while, and we brought our daughter. We took our daughter to school in November of 2019, and then of course the pandemic hit in March, and then she's back home again. So, but during this whole time, we've been kind of thinking like, maybe we should just go back to homeschooling. So we've been having a conversation with a lot of homeschooling families, and we met wonderful families here in Bayonne, New Jersey. And so that's one of the things that I'm going to be actually talking about with a couple of with Laura, uh, um, and Almi. They're all going to be coming on, and we're going to be talking about homeschooling, and they're all homeschoolers, and talking about that. And really, it's more of an information session where we want to give people the information on homeschooling, and if they're interested in like knowing about what they need to know, and figuring out how to get started. All these things we're gonna answer all those questions on the 10th. On the 11th, I have Danielle Jackman. She is a wonderful dancer, actress. She's going to be on. She was a recommendation from my guest Javier that was on Martinez. Javier Martinez. He was the owner of Latin Groove Dance Academy here in Bayonne, New Jersey, and she started following me based on the fact that he was going to be on the show. So I reached out to her and said thank you for following, and we started a dialogue. I thought, oh man, she seems really, really cool. I checked her out. She's got amazing work. So I said, would you mind, being on my show? She said, absolutely. So she's booked on the 11th of July. On the 13th, my man, the Doc. Doc is going to be back. Doc Watson. He was here last time. He was so energetic. He has such great stories about the industry. He told some amazing stories about working with people like, not Smokey, with Stevie Wonder, and he was the original horns for the Apache, which is the song da 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 da. That was him. The Chops horns was in that, and his horns were on so many records. If you check him out, Doc, it's just David Doc Watson. Google that, and you're gonna go to his site. You're gonna be blown away by some of the people that he's worked with. Incredible. So he's gonna come back, and he is a character. He is amazing. All I got to do is ask one question, and I just sit back because he's telling amazing stories with energy, humor, and it's just a joy to have him on. So I'm really excited about that. The 14th, another music makers. On the 15th, I have Jessica Sterling. She is a professional photographer. She does photography at a really, really massive scale in Los Angeles, I believe. She might be. I think she's either in Los Angeles. No, she is in Los Angeles because we have a time thing. It's 6:30 over there for her, 9:30 for us here live. So she's going to be on the show. She's a photographer, really, really great. I've never actually had a conversation with her, which is always an interesting thing when you really, even Danielle, I've never spoken to her in person, just through Messenger and through different apps and stuff. So, and email. So I've never spoken to Jessica either, other than that as well. So that's going to be interesting. I love to do that. It's like the first time having a conversation. I'm really excited about that. On the 16th, Michael Simon Hall is going to be on again. It's the second time on. First time, he's done such great work. He's an actor, an amazing actor, singer, dancer, and he's doing really, really great work. He just finished. He was on a Netflix series with Mark Ruffalo. He played a lawyer there, and he's doing some great work coming up. So he's going to be on that day. I'm really excited to have him on again on Thursday, July 16th. Friday, July 17th, it's going to be Patty Boom Boom, and her last name is Alciva. I believe it's pronounced Alciva, Alcival, maybe. But she's going to be on. She's a boxer. She's a boxer, professional boxer. She's actually. I'm gonna quickly get her site up because get her site quickly enough where people don't kick my ass. So she is a boxer, a professional boxer. And the reason I actually met her was because she had a fight on believe it was Broadway, and I'm going to talk about it. Obviously, I'll repeat the story again on that night. But she was a boxer on Broadway boxing, a popular boxing series that's out, and I was just home watching boxing and stuff, um, and I saw her fight, and she was clearly winning this fight. It was no contest really. In my opinion, I feel like the other person like won maybe 2 rounds. Maybe I think it was a short 8 round fight. Might have been 6 or 8 rounds. I'm not 100% sure, but she was clearly winning. And then at the end of the decision, she didn't get the fight, and I was so freaking pissed off. I was because I had invested time, and I was really thought, wow, she's a really great boxer, and I was just completely so pissed off that I took it upon myself to reach out to her via I don't even remember what it was. This was like 4 or 5 years ago. I reached out to her via maybe Twitter or something, and I basically just told her that I just saw her fight, and she actually was very appreciative, and she asked me, what did you think of that fight? And I remember thinking, man, I don't know what the hell happened there, man. And so it's kind of ironic that I got, I met her basically on a losing situation, but she's such a winner. I mean, an incredible, incredible winner. And here's a little bit about her. I'll just read a little bit about her because she's just an incredible career that she's having. So I won't read all of this, but I'm going to read a little bit about it. And basically, Patty is a 2-time New York City Golden Gloves champion, USA national champion, New York Metro champion, Western States champion, and the first female ever to be voted and win Athlete of the Year as voted by the United States Olympic Committee. As a professional boxer, she captured the New York State title and hopes to win a world title before retiring from the sport. So she's also a climber. She climbs these huge alpine mountains. It's one of her passions, and she's also a runner. So she does. She did the New York City Marathon. I think she was very, very young when she did it. And I think maybe I want to say like something like 16 or something. Like I didn't even know, but I think she completed the New York City the New York City Marathon, 26.2 miles. And so she's definitely an inspiration, and she's going to be on the show. I'm really excited to talk to her. That's on Friday, July 17th. All right, moving on. My man Sean Manuel is going to be on Saturday, July 18th. Sean is only about 19 years old, 20 years old, I think. I don't even know. He's just young. He is the leader of the group Break Time that we actually have on Monday, on Tuesday nights. And he's a Beatles encyclopedia. He knows all about the Beatles. He is like a incredible knowledge about the Beatles. He just loves the Beatles. He actually looks like if you take him out of here and you put him in 1960, where the Beatles were, he would fit right in there. His look, everything about him looks like it would fit. He looks like he was like Paul McCartney and John Lennon had a child together, which would be weird. But if they had a child together, Sean Manuel would be the result. And so he's going to be on, and we're going to talk about the Beatles. That's going to be really cool. On Monday, I have a wonderful actress coming on. Eva Visco is going to be on the show. That's on Monday, July 20th. And Eva, I've seen her on so many different films. She works a lot with, I think she works a lot with them. Maybe I'm speaking out of a term here, but I believe she's worked with Narrow Bridge Films. I know I've saw her once in a film, but I think I've seen her in other films with them as well. I believe. I'm pretty sure at least two or three films. She's great. She's fantastic. She's going to be on. We're going to talk about acting and films and a lot of other things on Monday, July 20th. Then another Music Makers. On the 22nd, I have somebody that's booked, but we're not announcing it yet because there's certain things that we have to do before I can announce it. It's going to be a great guest, and but we'll announce it. Probably I'm going to announce it. Hopefully by next week I'll be able to officially announce it. So stay tuned. That's on Wednesday the 22nd. On the 23rd, I have Michael Max Nobe. Nobe is going to be on, or Knob is going to be on. KNOBBE. I always will figure out how to pronounce these names, but before the show. But he's going to be on, and he actually has an organization in the Bronx. He does a lot of work from the Bronx. Wonderful programs there, Bronx Net, a whole network, and he kind of runs the whole place and stuff. And so I'm really excited to have him on. He's going to be on Thursday, July 23rd. On Friday, July 24th, my closest friend is going to be on, Clayton Bartner. Now, a lot of people, Clayton and I are best friends. We've known him. He was best man at my wedding. He was been there for me on so many rough times in my life. Before I met my wife, he was my closest friend, and we hung out all the time. He helped me through some tough times during the 90s, and he really is just my closest friend. He's also a very, very funny guy, but a lot of people don't know, or maybe on here they don't know. People who know him know, but he is a dancer. He is a professional dancer. He traveled the world dancing different types of Russian dancing, jazz dancing. Incredible. He has some photos of him like jump up in the air with his legs. I mean, just incredible, and he can still move like that, believe it or not. And it's just amazing. And he's just one of the funniest guys I've ever met. So he's going to be on Friday, the July 24th, and I'm really excited about that. So on Saturday the 25th, I have Ryan on, and believe it or not, this is how this is how this show works, how my life works. So Joy Villa, I meet her. She comes on the show. We have a great time. We become friends now through the other app and through Instagram. And she brings me a Curry Spice, who's going to be on the 6th on Monday, and then her boyfriend Ryan. I have a great conversation with him on one of his lives, and I asked him if he wanted to be on, so he's going to be on, and we will talk a lot about what he currently does, which is a very interesting job. And there's an irony how we met, and the day that we met, and that we talked on an app, on a live stream somewhere. Just an incredible story. So I'm going to tell that story on that day. It's Saturday the 25th. Oh wait, what am I doing here? Okay, on the 27th, Monday, I have Joanne Gonzalez is going to be on. She is a world champion bodybuilder. She's an incredible, beautiful woman, beautiful body, just fit, and she's won awards and stuff. And really excited to talk to her because she's Boricua, and we're gonna be talking about fitness and staying healthy and lifting weights and just a lot of other cool things. I love to have people like that on the show because we're ending off the month actually with a lot of health professionals, which is kind of nice. So I'm actually excited about that. So she's coming on, talk about fitness and bodybuilding and lifting and all that stuff. And then we have another Tuesday, Music Makers. And then George Batista is going to be on. And George has been on every month because George has been like an incredible guest because his knowledge of the body and how vitamins and supplements affect the body has been really an incredible thing for me to witness. Now, George is also a drummer who was my first drummer, and he's my cousin. We grew up together. We basically we learned to play music together. We recorded albums. We toured. We played, all over the place. and now he's this big fitness uh, knowledgeable guy. He's actually a licensed nutritionist as well, so he's going to be on, and we're going to be talking. I just got my supplements. I just got this. This is I took my first two today actually. I don't know if you can see that there. The reflection's a little bit weird, but anyway, it's called Omega. I keep turning it the wrong way because it's like, um, yeah, Ultimate Omega 2X. So anyway, this is great. The little gel vitamins, fish oil, which is like an important nutrient, but it's like the next generation of fish oil. It's the most powerful one. And you know what? I'll be honest with you. I took two of them earlier today. Um, I felt really good today. I felt very. I don't know what it was, but with the kids running around, I felt very relaxed and I felt very chilled out. I'm not saying that it was that. All I'm saying is that's how I feel today. And I took the only thing I did different today was this. So we'll see. I'll keep you posted on that if anybody's interested in more data. On the 30th, which is Thursday, I have David Guzon. David Guzon is a very good friend of mine. He's also a big time health coach. A lot of nutritional information coming from him. He actually is a coach. He will coach you through certain program that he actually is going to be talking about. And he's helped so many people. It's incredible. His success stories are like legit. I've seen it. He's also a great actor. He's been in a couple of my films, but now he's doing this amazing work with so many, and just helping so many people. So I'm really excited to have him here. He's going to be here on the 30th, which is July 30th, a Thursday. And then on the final day of the year, the final day of the year, on the final day of the month, it's a Friday. I'm going to have on Pamela Page Soto. She, for some of you that don't know, she is my wife of 17 years. I know. I don't know how she does it. She deserves a medal to be married to me for that long, but she is great. She's an amazing artist, and that's why she's coming on, because recently, in the last couple of months, actually, she's really just blossomed into this amazing artist and has done. There's a thing called the fluid art that she's been doing. There's also a couple of other arts called I can't remember the name of it now, but fluid art is one of them. And then there's other techniques that she's really been mastering. She turned our dining room into a studio. We just got some new computer software for her to do some editing on Photoshop. We got show Photoshop. We did everything. So she's been doing some great stuff. And there's a new website launching very soon. And I think by the 31st, it'll be all done and launched, because I saw it today and she's got a lot of it almost done. We might launch earlier than that, but on that day, we're definitely going to be talking about her art and her inspiration, and hopefully some motivating factors on when an artist sometimes gets suppressed, early on, it really becomes damaging for them later on, and it becomes hard for them to kind of see that they have something to offer in that area. And that's one of the things that I'm really passionate about, is helping other artists see their potential, to not listen to any negativity or any criticism, and to be able to really create the art that's in them and to find that art. And I really hope the conversation with all these artists really gives someone that insight. And we're definitely going to be ending off the month with someone who definitely had some suppression, um, and not to go into too much details on who, but just didn't think that she had that in her. And here she is creating amazing art, and I'm very proud of her, and she's doing really fantastic. So that's my month. That's my month of July. I mean, what a month is it going to be? I'm really excited. And um, between all those guests, there'll be a few shows that I'm gonna do from Ghetto to Mellow and back. I'll do them either on a Sunday night if I can, and depending on how things are going. July is here. We've had a crazy 3 months, obviously, as we all know. It's been one of those. We just don't know what's going to happen, So, anyway, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Before we get started, my final thoughts. So we are currently living through one of the most incredible times of our lives. Not all of it is negative. There are amazing things happening behind the scenes that we are not aware of, that we do not even have any inclination is happening, and that at some point things are going to be exposed to the degree that people are still going to be like, no, get out of here, you crazy, that's a conspiracy. Wait, what? You should know. There are always going to be people that no matter what you tell them that this cup is white, they're gonna be like, "Get out of here! That's a black cup," and it's just always gonna happen, no matter what, because they've invested so much energy into the idea that this cup is black that they would never be able. Once you clean it up and you say, "Look, it's actually white," it's just not gonna happen, and it's okay because we don't need every single person to really believe of some of the things that are coming. We just need a few of them to, and the majority will actually get it. And I think we're in for an incredible time. So this show that I'm doing now, I really hope that it expands into something that really helps a lot of people. Um, Not only find their voice, but also help them help others find their voices, because I think we're all in this together, and it's important that we all figure out the tools that are best to help ourselves, so then we can help other people, because that's really what we're here for. We're here to help other people. We're not here for anything else. And as unfortunate, it's been unfortunate to see some of the things that are going on in the world, in the news and stuff, but at the same time, I do know that um, it's going to be a great year despite what's currently happening. And I know that sounds kind of crazy to say, but you have to really believe in God. You have to believe in prayer and hope, and believe in the kindness of others. Believe that man is basically good. There are more good people than there are bad. It's just the bad people are just much louder. They're much more sneakier. They're undercover. They're hidden away. And it's just the unfortunate thing of how it is. But I really do believe that wonderful things are happening, and I hope that um, that we're all here to be able to experience that, because things could get crazy, but I do believe that things are going to be an incredible time for us, and it is an incredible time for us, and we all have to take advantage of this sort of like break, this sort of like deep breath that we got to take, to kind of just be able to sit down and figure out where our lives were going, and where do we want our lives to go, and how important things certain things are to us, and really how can we help more people. And it's a time to really reflect. I know a lot of people have said that, but it's really true. It's a time for us to reflect, and I'm very excited to be here doing this. And I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to keep doing these shows. Whether if one person shows up, that's fine. I'll do a show for one person, because that one person I feel will get benefit from whatever it is I do. And if more people show up, that's wonderful. I'm ready for anything. So anyway, with that said, I just want to thank you all for the opportunity for the opportunity to come into your homes or into your cell phones or wherever you're watching this, and to share with you my message and my thoughts and what I'm actually doing. I really appreciate you all so much. I really, people don't realize they think that I don't know. People think that I'm into conspiracies and all that stuff, which to some degree they can say that, it's all good. But people don't realize how much I appreciate other people, and the love that I have for people is so sincere and so true. I want people to really understand that. And but I'm not a pushover either. I am Puerto Rican from the Bronx, so and I think all that combination, I think sometimes rubs people a little bit. Maybe doesn't rub them the wrong way, but I think it confuses people. Are you a really nice guy, or are really not a nice guy? And I would say I'm a really really nice guy that doesn't like to take crap from anybody, and that's okay. And I want to thank you all for giving me the opportunity to come into your homes and to give you these messages, and to be able to share with you my experiences. So, with that said, I want to leave you with a thank you, a tremendous amount of gratitude for you, and a tremendous amount of prayer and love for you and your families. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you all tomorrow when we start JHS interviews, show number 1 of July, which is Sam Platinsky. Sam's going to be on tomorrow, and I will apologize to him in person when I see him tomorrow for butchering his name. I've been saying his name all day today, so I don't know why. But anyway, tomorrow, day 1 of July. So thank you all very much. God bless you. I will see you all tomorrow night on JHS interview if I can get my mouse to work. I will say thank you very much, and as always, peace.